Previously on this old outboard.
Hey, right on my spot, Mr. Crapola. He's not bad. Yeah, that thing's clean, clear. So I pull in that one spec. I'm like, man, this reminds me of that day I got here, pulled up right against the lily pads and anchored, and boom, boom, boom. So of course the next cast, there goes my other bobber. Shit, it's just like that day. There he goes. Pretty aggressive. Doesn't have it on the water yet. He's mine. No, not the frickin' needlefish. I hate these guys. Oh no, is this gonna happen again? Son of a... Man, they killed me one day. Just minnow after minnow after minnow. And I was like, oh dear Lord, I've been through this before. I don't want to go through this again. So I finally unanchored from the lily pads and rolled out in the deeper water. Same thing, needlefish were killing me. Went over to the small lake, drifted around all over the place. Another needlefish. I said, screw it. Went all the way back and went to my spot, put my rattle traps out, and did some trolling. Picked up a couple little ones. So I just blew the motor out and threw both of my rattle traps out. Back on my side of the lake, heading towards my spot. Yeah, baby. Oh, he got off. Is that a fish or freaking grass? It's a fish. Come on, baby. He just jumped. Both of those fish were on the blue rattle trap, not the gold one. Little guy. Man. He's real little, man. He felt twice that big with the momentum of the boat. Wow. Well, I've had enough. Go home. So, is a bad day of fishing really better than a good day at work? I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna, like I said, fire up the compressor, blow this thing out again, put it back in. I don't even see replacing that needle with another needle. Maybe I'm missing something here. Let me get my magnifying glass. Maybe. No, the needle was seeding. That's why it was overflowing. Why the primer bulb was rock hard. Something else was not getting through. Or it was, and I'm mistaking it. It just seems weird to me that the thing was running so great and all of a sudden I couldn't start it. Alright, so I did find something here. But right there, see there's like a black smudge mark. Anyway, wiped it off with my finger and a whole bunch of little black particles came off. And I'm like, what the heck is that? It's probably from that old fuel line I took off. Let's see what happens. I put it down up in there. This looks oily crappy. Let me get my flashlight and check that high speed. Let me blow it out a little bit here first, see what comes out. Yep, see there's one right there. See that big chunk? Right there. A little chunk right there. That's from that damn hose, I'm guessing. But that means it's getting past the screen on the fuel pump. See right there? Nothing coming out there. Alright, we'll blow it out, put it back. I'm going to go ahead and throw a little bit of Loctite on these screws. Just a little dab should do you. And wash them off a little bit. Yeah, I can't believe how loose they were when I took them out. I was like, man, did I not put them back in real tight? So after I swapped out the plugs, this is the J8C. You see how nice and clean that is? When it restarted and ran. Nothing like those Delcos when I took them out and they were black and nasty. Huh. And I got new plugs. The NKG's equivalent of the J4Cs, which is the B7S or 3710. It's hard to get the J4Cs around here anymore. Alright, so now I finally know there's no thermostat in there, but they had this thing stuck in here, which I don't know why. Like that. No clue. But I've got a thermostat here. That'll work, known to be good. Alright, she's looking and sounding even better. No leaks at the carb that I can see. But I can pump it up. Nothing's flowing out the vents. The needle is seated. It's purring like a kitten. And I've set up over here battery and timing light. And put the new plugs in. The thermostat appears to be working. And I just choked it out. And the only way to start this baby back up after you choke it is, you know, bring it up past your probably normal starting position. So I also readjusted the float. Didn't like where I had the drop. It was a little bit low. Brought the drop up a little bit. Then on the carb, I knew this thing liked to be right around 1 full turn. And also keep in mind that needle, the tip on that needle is a little beat up, so it's not going to meter like it would if it was a brand new needle. You know, it's going to be off a little bit. So now I'm at 1 full turn. If I start going richer, she's going to die out and almost calm. Right about there. Then come back, start going leaner. Same thing, it's going to either die or lean sneeze. Right about there. So right in the middle of those two spots be your perfect sweet spot position. Then I set up the timing light. I've never done it on one of these little motors. I think I did it on a 15 or something before. There's 2 marks on the plate right here. See those marks? Then on the flywheel there's 2 marks. One for top cylinder, one for bottom cylinder. And I believe you hit it with the timing light, So on number 2, see right there it says set point. I don't know if you can read it. Right there's the mark. I don't know if it's showing up, if this light's in the way. Let me see if I can see it at the same time here. I don't think you can see that. Hold on. It says set point. And it's missing the 2 marks on the plate. It's just past the second mark, which means it's firing too late. Now when I put it on the top cylinder, put it on the top, there's your top cylinder, and it's dead center on the 2 marks on the plate. Well, I hope that shows up. The bottom cylinder is off a little bit. So to pull the flywheel and adjust it. That's why I like them old school 18 horse. They got the little hole in the top here. You just turn it around and get right in there and adjust that baby. So I'll pull the flywheel off and try it and see. Now I think, so if I put the points closer together, it should fire sooner. Farther apart, it should fire later. So I'll give it a shot and see what happens. Let me double test on this choke thing again, because this is what happened the last time. Couldn't get it started after I choked it. Always takes 2 pulls. Now probably after it's been sitting for a while, probably be 1 pull. Probably do it. So yeah, after I started taking a beating with those damn needlefish and started trolling again, I was like, man, this is no way to fish. No casting deck, no trolling motor, no fish finder, you know, just floating around trying to find some fish. Just, you know, it's just no way to do it. Now I've said it before with these things. On the cam, written on top, if you're new to this, it says right on the top, it says top, T-O-P. That just means it's the top of the cam. That doesn't mean it's your highest spot on the cam to set the points. Now I've always learned, and I think that was from Leroy's ramblings, is to put that on the flywheel key. And you should be good to go. I can see right now it looks pretty big. See, it's coming around on the cam, hitting the flywheel key. And then you can see it's as far as open as it can go. And if you go a little farther, which actually looks like the highest point of the cam, it doesn't open anymore. It stays at same right there. I'm just going to close it just a hair. So let's see. Man, I can't see. And these are new glasses too, 150s I think they are. Let's see what happened if it did anything. It ain't taking forever to do this, so ain't it biggie? See what happened. Also, what I've noticed too, there's no puddling in the carb like there was the last time. I can't believe this thing needs to be choked that soon. the same place. Still in the exact same place, so I guess I didn't move it like I thought I did. Do it again. Alright, that's probably where it's going to stay. I can't do this all day. But you get the idea. So you hear it. It's that, swallows that gas where I choked it. Then the air hits it. Boom! It's running good now. That's like dead center. Number 2. Just off to this side of here. Just a hair. I mean, you wouldn't even want to screw with that.
You know the channel. Oh yeah, baby.